Morning, everybody. How is your day going and onward? I wanted to come out and say hi. So hi. And see what exactly.
Is anybody watching?
Not yet. Not yet.
Nobody
We're just live. Not yet.
Nobody.
Watch.
Those are
Watch.
nice.
You can watch. Well, one person. See,
Yay!
one person. Yay!
You smacked me and somebody came on.
Yes, smack me, but yes, I do.
Ooh.
So, okay, where's everybody at? I hope you work in your business.
Yay.
Don't ignore me. I will not be ignored.
We will not be ignored.
We will not be ignored.
Never.
Ever.
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 Never, ever.
Ever.
We got 3.
Ever.
We got 3.
Three?
3 out of
Hard, hard.
13,300. That's not bad.
No.
It's not bad. Oh, we have 2. One person left.
Oh. Well, fine.
Oh, no, we have 4.
Yay.
Hi, everybody. Okay, Lee and I were goofing off with you, waiting for you to figure out, hey, we're live. I'm heating up some of those potatoes in the microwave right now, okay? So you could stir them or whatever. Hey, everybody, how are you? I wanted to come out to you today. I had a couple of thoughts. Imagine that, Molly with a couple of thoughts. But I wanted to come out and, number one, talk about Avon a little bit. You leaders out there, it's a great day for you because if you've been struggling in your business, the good thing is Avon just did something really great for us in campaigns 15 and 16 where everybody is at the title that they're at and not the title they performed at. Some of this because of all the glitches we're still having with the system. Be patient. They're doing their best to try to work on that and get everything sorted out and good. So that's a good thing, and you know it's Tuesday, and closeout Tuesday, and you know, a lot of people making more money. I know me. I think we made I think 700 more this year than the same time last year. I don't have the exact figure, but I think so. So that was a really good thing. But mainly, I wanted to talk to you about little reasons as to why you're maybe doing this Avon thing. I can remember, you all have heard my story, that it started with a bad divorce and a need for money, extra money, because I already had 2 jobs, and to help my son hopefully go to graduation. Oh, what would that be? Would that be a lead? Maybe. So, anyways, trying to concentrate on 3 things at one time, right? Everybody stop pissing me. So my deal is this. One of the things that I realized when I really started getting into this Avon thing is I wanted to be able to say that I didn't have to go up and go to another job again. That was huge. That was huge for me. See, I started figuring out that there were things that I could say that I wanted. There were things that I knew that Avon could probably bring into my life. And yay, Autumn, 600 pay increase. I love that. That's great. Thanks for sharing that. Everybody needs to see that. And if you're not following Autumn Lugo, you need to. She's going places in Avon. So I have worked all my life. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I believe in people working and getting a job and providing for themselves and all of that. But, you know, the whole 9-to-5 thing, I didn't really know there was anything else out there. And when I found Avon and I started seeing people like my upline Marianne Penn, who this was all she did, and she created her schedule. And I can remember that in the middle of the week, her and her then husband Ray would just get up and go where they wanted to go. You know, Marianne liked to get up early, but Ray liked to get up late. And that worked, and it's kind of, you know, like that with Lee. I'm not a real early bird person, definitely earlier than Lee is. But I can remember thinking, wow, it would be so good just to be able to get up one day and say, I don't have to be in the rush hour. I don't have to go to a job, that I can work on something that was going to be all mine. And that was the first time I had really thought of that, you know? I mean, I don't know if there's any of you that are like that, but you think, gosh, am I ever going to be able to do Avon full time? Some people didn't have a job. They were Moms, which is, in my opinion, a whole lot harder, stay-at-home mom and wife and everything else, and you didn't have jobs. Well, I was kind of all those things, except I couldn't stay at home, and I had a full-time job. And then for the longest time, I had 2 jobs, and then with Avon, it felt like 3 jobs. I can remember thinking, what would it be like just to do Avon? Just to be able to say, I can make my own schedule. I can remember thinking, what is that like? And I would really watch my upline, because she's the only one that I had then that I could really watch, because everybody else I had met up to that point had another job like me. And she kept saying, Molly, it's possible. It really is. You've just got to keep fitting this into your life, and you keep building, building your business. And, as I did that, and as, a few years were going by, obviously within the first year I was able to get my paper route up. But then I remember I kept thinking, boy, I'd love to give that main job up. And I had been there for, a lot of years. And by the time I was able to do that, I had been there for 17 years. Now, of course, I've only been with Avon a little over 12 years, but I can remember 6 years in, and it was before I actually hit the senior executive level, that I was like, man, I really want to take this thing full time. And look, I was making good money. But see, what I was doing is the money that I was making in Avon through my sales and through my leadership commission checks, see, I was putting that money back into my business. I still had my full-time job, and it was paying the majority of my bills. Some of Avon was helping that because I was really, really strapped. But my extra money, I put into my Avon business. Maybe I bought more books, because, there was a time when I bought 700, 800, 1,000 brochures at a time. Hi, Lee. Say hi to everybody. We got a whole lot more people now.
Oh,
see?
we got like 12.
We got more. No, it's 22.
Oh, okay.
There's probably more than that. That number up there lies.
Does it?
It lies.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm trying to figure out how it says 42, and I get off, it says we've had 186 views during the thing. It's weird. People like me, okay? People like me, wow! They're all like, hi, Lee Bibb. So I want you to know from somebody who did the full-time job, 2 of them, that you can do this. That you can work your way to doing this full-time. But I'm going to tell you that it takes some time. I just don't know anybody who came into this business and they were living off their job income, and then came in 6 months and was like, okay, Avon's my only job, that's all I do. Not unless all your money was blow money that you had and you could just spend it any way you wanted to. In my case, I couldn't do that. So, my deal is to let you know that if that's something that you want, you can do it. You can. You have to make a plan and know how much money you need. Like, I would look at my $280 that I would make a week, and I would think of that on the monthly and say, this is what I've got to make a month just to make it. And then I'd have to add my paper route to that. Then when I was, selling $1,000 in Avon, and my team was 40 or 50 people, and I was still building, that kept going up. So every time that went up, I was like, this is great. I can see it happening a little at a time. And even when I made the leap to, I started cutting my hours down with my main job. It would be, look, I'm taking 2 days a week, and I'm going to be working my Avon business, and I'm going to go out and, and really put flyers out and talk to people. And it was okay because I had that money coming in from Avon that I could do that. But the real jump to just say, man, I want to just do this and jump into it, that was a big jump for me. And I also knew that there was going to be struggle involved. I knew that there were things I was going to have to give up again in order to get where I wanted to go. if I wanted more time to put in my business so that it wouldn't take as long doing it the way I was doing it, I would have to make some sacrifices in areas again. So that meant I couldn't go do a whole lot of fun things. I had to work longer hours on those Avon days. I had to really stay in touch with my customers and make sure I had orders coming in and trying to get more orders. It was commitment on my part. I knew what I wanted. I wanted to be full-time with Avon. I wanted to be like my upline. I wanted to make sure that I could say Avon was my sole income. I wanted to get up when I wanted to get up. I wanted to not have to commit to a job that I felt like I was not making a difference at. I may have been good at it, but I didn't really feel like I was making a difference. I wanted to do something where every time I turned around that I had the power to make more money. I could sell more Avon, get more customers. I could bring more people into the business. I could show them how to do what I was doing. And I could be rewarded, but at the same time, I could watch them get what they wanted. That was huge for me. You know, to get up every day and to feel like you're making a difference. To get up every day and think, gosh, I am really helping people be better in their life and their business. And the amazing thing is, it was through looking at myself in the mirror, my life mirror, my business mirror, and saying, what do I need to change? What am I going through? And being able to share that with people and say, you can do better than you were doing. It doesn't matter where your life has been. It doesn't matter that you've been through divorce. It doesn't matter that you come from an abusive situation. It doesn't matter that you're 40 or 50 years old. It doesn't matter if you feel like you have failed everything else. It doesn't matter. That's in the past. What do you want to do now? What do you want to do now? I had to ask myself that, and still do. On a lot of days. What is it that you want to do today, Molly? Where do you want to make a difference today? What 3 people on your team are you going to reach out to in some way and make a difference? And then, of course, thus the birth of Onward. And it became, you don't have to just touch your team's life. You can touch the life of many people who have some of the same goals that you do. You can be a support to those people. And I just thought, how many of you really want to know that you're making it at this? That this can be your sole thing. And that you have the ability to make more money every single year. And in some cases, every single campaign. You know there's going to be struggles. You know there's going to be sometimes that's not true. But you just know you have a love for it. You just know this is it. This is what you want to do. You know you love the products. You know you love the people involved. And you just want to do this. Don't let anybody talk you out of that. Don't let anybody tell you you're crazy. Matter of fact, if they tell you you're crazy, you're probably on the right path. So keep being crazy and just keep going after what you need to do. The actions that work for you to build your business, go forward and keep building it. The actions that you need to do to be a better person, keep doing it. I used to tell people, and I still think this is true, you might be having a really hard time. You heard us, if you were on the call with the Formidable Four, about the summer slump and this and that. Slump comes because of sometimes what you're doing or not doing, or the fact that there are many times in our business that we have to kick it forward. We have to kick it in the ass, and we have got to get out there and do more than we normally do. The slump can come because you don't rev up the engine. You don't stir that oatmeal a little bit faster, you know what I'm saying? So that it doesn't get all lumpy and gross and nasty. Nothing is the same all the time, but neither is life. Life, business, remember? It's basically the same. but it's what you're going to do with it. It's what you're going to say to yourself in order to move forward and be more successful as a person, as a business owner, as an example to anybody who's watching you. Thank you, sweetie. Appreciate that. I know, just put there. Thank you. So I want you to think about really what you want from this, even the little things. Molly, I want this to pay for my kids' lunches in school. Molly, I'm doing this because I want to get a new car and I have to be able to make the payment every month. Avon can do that. You know how I know that? How do you think I got the vehicle I've got? Because Avon does that. But Avon doesn't do it just because you choose to be part of it. Avon does it because you work it. And you figure out what it takes for you, the effort and time you have to put into it in order to do the things that you want to do. When I say that Avon can make dreams come true, I don't say that lightly. I think about so many things in my life that would not be possible if I had not embraced the Avon opportunity and said, man, I really think this can work for me. Sometimes I have said, oh my God, this is not working for me. What am I doing this for? You know what? You know, why do I put myself in a struggle like this? And I always go back to, no matter how difficult it can be on some days, this is still what I feel like. I feel like it's where God wants me. I feel like I'm making a difference. I know that my paychecks are taking a jump. That's always a good sign. And it pretty much lets me know where I need to take responsibility for what it is that I want. Sometimes you do have to sacrifice some things in order to have what you want. And I did that for quite a few years when I first started my Avon business and decided that I wanted this full time. I can remember thinking that I could not wait until Lee could come into this full time with me. Now, Lee ended up coming into our business long before we thought he would be in the business full time. When Lee started having complications with his vision, and he worked from home for a long time. His job allowed him to do that, and but eventually the job was no longer there, and we had no option but to take that as a sign that he was supposed to be jumping in with both feet instead of part-time, and that we were going to figure out where he fit into this. I'm not telling you that's everyone's story. I'm not telling you that's where your husband or your partner or whatever needs to be. Sometimes I've seen it where it's just a support. It's just, you know, cheering you on. It's carrying those boxes in. It's maybe keeping you company on the weekend when he is not working and you just share it. Sometimes it's just that he's not giving you crap about it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people out there don't get any support. But I can remember when Lee did come in, I thought, you know what, this is one thing that we really wanted. I don't think we were looking for it that soon. It was going to be more difficult because we were missing a paycheck then. So we knew we had to make this work. We knew we had to jump on board because this was the one place where the paycheck was not going to be a solid amount all the time. We knew that we could make something bigger and better. And we had to figure out what his place was and what I was going to give up. And you know, I'm not a good giver-upper. I got to tell you, I mean, we could go all the way back to the beginning. Me giving something up and letting somebody else have control over it, psh, are you kidding? I'm still miserable at it. I have to practice at it every single day. But it ended up working. It ended up working that I took these skills that Lee has and we figured out where he would be best used in our business, which then allowed me, where I was not so skilled as he was, to go after the personal side of this, the training people, the supporting people, the dealing with the customers, the things that I loved right from the beginning. Okay? This may not be your story. I'm just sharing my story. You may be somebody who doesn't have somebody in your life. Well, I know lots of people who are great successes at this and don't. I know people who the other side of their relationship is in no way involved in their business, and it's okay, but you know what? Success is there. Because in the end, the success is up to you. Maybe one of your battles is not having the support that you want. You can still do this.
I would still be working my job because I love my job.
I know you did. I said that. I said that. Yes, he would be. But that's not what. That's not how it went. That's obviously there was a battle there. There was a struggle there. Lee had to say it's time. You can do this no matter what the struggle is. See, I feel like I've had all phases of this business. Lee, as a friend in the beginning, was just really supportive of whatever it is that I wanted to do. Girl, if it's going to make you happy, go get it. He wasn't working it with me. So I've been through that part of the journey where it was just me, and I needed to own it, and I needed to see that it was me. I needed to see that this was mine, that I could do something, and I could build myself up, and I could build a business up, and I could be the best me that I could be, and Avon had a part in that. And then I had to learn how to share. Whether it was with my kids and what they helped me with for a while when they were around, or when Lee started coming into things and just coming down more and would help me with things and would go out on deliveries and stuff with me. The point is, it doesn't matter where you're at or what you're struggling with. If this is where your love is, if you really do love the products and you really want to give this a go, you can do it. Not necessarily my way. Maybe you're going to take portions of what I've shared with you. Maybe you're going to take portions of what you've heard Teresa Paul or Lisa Wilbur or Lisa Scola, what they've shared with you. Maybe people who are in the Onward group, and you're going, oh my gosh, I can so relate to that person. See, you're not alone. That's what Onward's all about. You're not alone in the struggle at all. Whatever it is that you love, whatever it is that you want to do, whatever it is that you're trying to prove to yourself, only you can do it. With or without Avon. In life, it's up to you. You've got to decide what you want, how badly you want it, sometimes what you're willing to give up for it, sometimes what you've got to tune on, or maybe tune off. But you can do this. I've done it. And believe me, the journey has not always been easy. What I knew is I didn't want to have to go back to a job anymore. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with liking your job. If you got a job and you love it, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Maybe Avon's just that little bit of something extra for you. Maybe it's not about becoming the full-time Avon representative, leader, who's got hundreds of people on their team and, 200 customers. Maybe you just like the little bit you're doing. Maybe that's all it calls for right now. Don't let somebody talk you into what you should do bigger and better. You have to want it. You have to want to own it. You have to want to give the sacrifice to be bigger. It's not going to happen just because you say that's what I want. You got to put action behind it. But your success is going to look different than somebody else's. Don't feel like you're a failure because you don't want to be, Molly Stone Bibb or Lisa Scola or whatever. No. That's not what this is about. This is about you being okay with being the best you can be. And if Avon is part of that journey, that makes it even sweeter, because boy, isn't that where we suddenly have something in common. Think about everybody going to RepFest. Think about if you've made the sacrifice, because for a lot of people it is, and the time to go and be a part of what's coming here in the next 2 weeks. You're going to make more attachments, more friends, more Avon family. you're going to realize you have even more in common with people, because then it's in person, and you're going to hear more people share, and you're going to be able to connect with so many people there. So I tell you, know what you want. Be willing to do what it takes to go after it. And know that you can make more money every year. You can be a better person every year. You can be more confident every year. You can be the best of anything that you want to be. But it's up to you to be consistent, to know what you want, and to get out there and get it done. You can listen to me all day. You can watch my YouTube videos all day. We can laugh and have a great time on live feed like we always do. But I just want to know that no matter what it is, it's making a difference to make you a better person, to make you think a little differently, to make you say, yes, I can, if that's what you want, no matter what that is. So I hope that gives you something to take away today. For me, I got a whole lot of paperwork to do again today, but it's okay. Got some calls to make to some representatives. Got some birthday cards and some anniversary cards to fill out. And I've got some celebrating to do with my team over the last 2 campaigns, what they're doing, and making sure that they know that I appreciate them. So keep up the good work. I know it's hot out there in a lot of areas. It certainly is hot here. I'm in the air conditioner today. I'm a real wuss when it comes to some of that heat stuff out there. So I'm going to stay in here and see how I can work my business today, because I got to go out in the next couple of days and deliver a whole bunch of orders, okay? So keep making sure that you're making a move to change your life in some way every single day. That's what I encourage you to do. And if you can smile at the end of the day and say, man, it was a good day, even through all the crud, doesn't get any better than that, you know? So, all right, I'm going to let you guys go. Get back to what you was doing. Just wanted to say hello and give you a little food for thought there. All right? See you later, guys. Take care.